Hey all, welcome to ShareTrack. This is Raj here, and today I want to talk to you about CRISPR Therapeutics. This is another share which has been jumping very sharply. Last week we saw that in the last few days it had spurted really well, and I want to just talk about CRISPR Therapeutics and what probably caused all these optimism. CRISPR Therapeutics has notched 3 straight days of strong gains with the earnings approaching Tuesday, May 9. The strength comes from an event that possibly happened in March and seems to have created a floor for the stock price. Since then, the stock has steadily taken off with heavy jump in the last 3 days. On March 27, there was a press release to announce that Vertex will pay CRISPR Therapeutics $100 million upfront for non-exclusive rights to CRISPR Therapeutics technology for the development of hypoimmune gene-edited cell therapies for T1D, that is type 1 diabetes. CRISPR Therapeutics will be eligible for up to an additional $230 million dollars in research and development milestones and receive royalties on any future products resulting from this agreement. And friends, as I pointed out earlier, there is already a tie-up between CRISPR Therapeutics and ViaCyte. CRISPR bought ViaCyte. Friends, as I mentioned earlier, Vertex had already bought ViaCyte, and CRISPR and ViaCyte were working on VCTX210 and 2 more of the T1D and T2D therapies, which are undergoing clinical trials in Canada. And at this point of time, it seems that Vertex is doubling down on diabetes as well. So this is a welcome development. CRISPR and ViaCyte, which was acquired by Vertex in 2022, will continue to collaborate on their existing gene-edited allogenic stem cell therapies using ViaCyte cells. So ViaCyte had those pouches which were supposed to be implanted just under the skin of the patient. And there were 3 different types of pouches. I have covered that in my earlier videos. And the idea was to use CRISPR technology to make it resistant to the immune system and to last longer and provide insulin. So those kind of modifications are taking place in that collaboration, and it's being tested out right now. And a phase 1 of 2 study of VCTX211, an allogenic gene-edited stem cell derived product candidate for type 1 diabetes, which originated under the CRISPR Therapeutics and ViaCyte collaboration, has been initiated and is ongoing. CRISPR Therapeutics will not obtain any interest in Vertex's pre-existing pipeline of type 1 diabetes products, including VX880 and VX264. They stand separate. But overall, it's exciting that CRISPR Therapeutics is getting another bunch load of money. And that is definitely something to be bullish about. I want to just show you what it looks like on the TradingView platform. So if you see here, we have the CRISPR Therapeutics chart, and each of these candles is a 1-day candle. And you'll see in the last 3 days of the previous week, we have jumped through resistances. First one was 52.13. It was converted into a support. Then the next one happened to be 54.47, and that has also been converted into a support. This is a sharp rise, and if I take a instrument to measure where we came from and where we reached, so we are looking at a total gain of around 16.21% in 3 days. That's phenomenal, and our RSI still has room to go before it gets overheated, and also MACD is bullish, and CRISPR gained 5% on the last trading day on Friday. So I'm looking forward to Monday and seeing that we go ahead and challenge our resistance at 56.36. However, the progress upwards is not going to be a straight line. It's going to be lots of ups and downs. So somewhere or the other, we'll get an opportunity to dollar cost average on the way up. So that's the way I'm looking at it. So I'm hoping for the best for CRISPR Therapeutics. And many people who watch our channel and who are our subscribers are absolute fans of CRISPR Therapeutics and are totally bullish on CRISPR Therapeutics. And I hope that this comes as a ray of hope and that things don't change too fast. If you look at the overall economy, it seems to me like the employment rate going up is a little bit of a concern when it comes to inflation. But at the same time, we have bank collapses because of high interest rates and negative returns on their bonds, negative valuation of their bonds because of that, bond investments. So we already seen a few banks collapse and a few more taken over. So overall, it's a very, very confusing environment in my mind. When I look at the market, I'll confess that I don't know what's happening out there, because on one end, strong employment indicates, I think there is almost a 4% increase in wages. So that's definitely going to result in more inflation. And if there is more inflation, then the Fed will have to increase interest rates. But when the Fed increases the interest rates, the banks which have kept their funds in US bonds, the bond face value goes down, and therefore we had a problem with SVB. Those kind of problems can manifest for other banks as well. So that's a big problem out there. And if the central bank continues increasing the interest rates, then we may have a hard landing. We may get into a recession. So it's a very tricky time for the Fed. And I'm hoping for the best, but honestly, I don't know how things are going to go. Today, CRISPR looks good. Today, Editas looks good. The charts are looking good. What will happen tomorrow is anybody's guess. It's going to be volatile, but let's enjoy the ride while it's going upwards, and we'll buckle up our seat belts while it starts going down. So with that, I would like to end this video. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.